So the biggest challenge that I see, and this is what I've been teaching, is the culture of law enforcement. The culture in law enforcement has to change. And the culture that I'm speaking of is historically, when it comes to marginalized communities and communities of color, law enforcement has policed the entire community. In other communities, they serve the community and they police the criminals. In Black communities, they police everybody. And that mindset and that culture is just all, if you look back in history, you got the slave catchers. They were slave catchers. When you look at the civil rights movement back in the 50s and 60s, the police were the persons who were putting dogs and fire hose. They were and beating kids and women in their Sunday best that were out there protesting. So that not necessarily to that extent, but that mentality of policing Black communities is well entrenched in our profession. And what happens is so often we have good, well-intended people that come into this profession and they look up and the culture ends up sucking them in. And that implicit bias comes into play. And the implicit bias combined with the culture that exists can be toxic.